Welcome back to Jolie Farms in Ecuador. Many of you know we have been reclaiming this hillside outside our greenhouses and trying to grow some more gardens here. So we had these rock walls built by our wonderful Ecuadorian friends, and they finished the project. We still have to do some sealing of them. But this one we planted right away while they were working on this lower one. As you can see, we've got delicata squash growing here. I've got tomatoes. I've got garlic growing. I've got lots of really nice spaghetti squash that are doing really well. And we can do a close-up here on some of this. This is kind of what I had hoped for on this delicata squash, that it would kind of grow down the rock wall like it's doing here. You can see we got lots of baby squashes all over these, and they're just getting going good, and they're just really healthy. And then up in here we have some huge spaghetti squashes growing up in there, and a bunch of small ones as well. So the spaghetti squash is really taking over and doing well. It's crawling out like I'd hoped it would, and just doing fantastic. One of the things I want to tell you about what's going on here is this area had a bunch of lumber, a bunch of wood from felled trees. It was too big to run through the chipper shredder, and it had laid here for about 5 years. And it decomposed for the most part, and it made this wonderful fine compost that you see here. And so that's why these plants are doing so well, is this great compost, lots of fungi in here. And so that's really what you need, is the fungal content of this compost. One is going to help keep these plants healthy, and it keeps the soil in excellent shape. All the little microbes that are supposed to be in there are growing. We've added a little bit of compost tea to it, but not a lot. A little bit of our, I should say, our liquid fertilizer from our 55-gallon drum. So this is really going to produce very nice. There are some weeds in here that, we have to get in and pull out by hand, but over time those will be less and less. Weed seed does blow in the air here, so it's kind of hard to keep it out of your garden. You can have a weed-free garden and come back a week later and the wind has helped us by blowing seeds in. So this is, I think, a great big success. As you can see, the lower part here, it's not ready to plant by any means. We just got finished, so we've got a lot of cleanup to do. But again, it'll be filled with this same kind of compost, and it'll be ready to plant. I think we'll do sweet potatoes in here and let them grow out over the top of the wall. And it should do extremely well. We put in drainage pipes here so that, with the rainfall, etc., it doesn't just hold a bunch of water and drown plants. And that's pretty much what you have to do here in Ecuador. Anytime you build a wall like this, is add the drainage pipes. We use 2-inch PVC pipes for that. We've got them in the wall right here. And so the idea is, of course, just not to have these things fill up and be a big bathtub. You want them to be able to drain out real nicely. So this is the dry season. We are having to irrigate a little bit right now. And hopefully we'll get some rain here this week. It's had a couple of really hot days in a row, and so that's usually a sign we're going to get hit hard with some rain, and that'll be a welcome sight. We did have a fire yesterday up on this mountain behind me, and the greenhouse up there almost got taken over, but luckily the fire department got it put out. They just use tree limbs and big mats, and they just go and try to stamp it out the best they can. And they really don't have a fire truck that'll get up there and spray water or anything, so it's kind of the way it is. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little update. We'll show you again when we have the bottom planted and full of sweet potatoes, and when we have the grout sealed in the rock. We always like to seal that grout with a water-based grout sealer that we use. So until next time, please give us a thumbs up. Thank you for all your wonderful comments. Don't hesitate to give us more.